Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Lozano, and I am a woman's empowerment coach and relationship coach. I help self-motivated women to be in their personal power with men and relationships, raise their standards, attract a safe and masculine man, and be with a safe and masculine man, have and hold him, and feel kept. And women who are married and with their partner be able to have a romance and a sex life that blows them away and have that sexy body confidence, all while doing your life's purpose here on earth and going out there, going into the world in whatever way that looks like. So being able to hold and to have it all. That is what I'm here to do and to help sacred union relationships rise. So welcome back if you are a regular, or if you are new, hello and welcome to my channel. This month is a very, very special month as it is my birthday. And I'm going to be turning 36 on October 28th. Where my fellow Scorpio sisters at? Comment below. Let me know what your birthday is and if it's right around Halloween or not. Doesn't really matter, but anyways. Okay, so this is my birthday month, and 30 to 35 has been one hell of a fucking ride for me. It has been a path of growth and evolution, and I want to give back. I really feel in this place of abundance. I feel in this place of giving. I feel that I'm in this place where the kind of offer that I'm going to share with you, I can do it. And because I have that overflow flowing through me. And the biggest theme for my life has been growth and evolution in the past 5 years. I mean, for sure my life, but like the past 5 years, man, even before that, but let's just keep it to the 30s. There has really been like this death and rebirth for me. And I want to give that opportunity to you. And I'm going to make it so stupid, easy, no-brainer investments that you're like, what? Are you serious? Yes, I am serious. Sometimes I think I'm crazy. Sometimes I'm like, sure you want to do this, Jess? But I'm going to do it. And some of the offers are going to be for free for a very, very, very short, limited time, like 48 hours. So I highly recommend that you get either on my email list or be on my social media, Instagram and Facebook, so that you can be in the know. So before we get into today's topic, what the specials are is that some of my master classes are going to be for free. I have 4 master classes, all in the different pillars of what I teach, which is your feminine power and magnetism in relationships. So being able to hold your boundaries, being able to raise your standards so that you're not in these relationships that are unhealthy and toxic, and elevate how you carry yourself in a relationship so you feel like you can be with a safe masculine man. How to open your heart to be able to receive love from the divine masculine, how to reignite your relationship so you are with the love of your life, things are going good, but like now you've hit this place of boredom. I have a masterclass on that and how to overcome that and reignite that love, that passion, and you're just like, oof, my God, this is how I remember when I met him. And also a masterclass on how to be able to manifest the sexy body. So I have those coming out. Each week I'm going to hit one new. So pay attention. It starts today, October 5th. Well, as I'm recording this is October 5th, but it starts from October 5th to October 31st. And for like, this is where the big thing is for me, where it's going to come in. For where like the big offering for me, where it's just like, my one-on-one mentorships. My one-on-one mentorships are going to be for 2 weeks at a 70% reduced rate. I know. What the fuck? What the fuck are you thinking, Jessica? Hey, man, I'm in this place of giving. I'm in this place of, you know what? I want to do this. I want to offer, and I want to support you on your growth and evolution. And I want to make it in a way that it's so a non-brainer decision for you to do. And if you're a clairsentient like me who really wants to feel out my work before you jump in, that's what I have those master classes for free for those 2 days. And then there still will be on a limited discounted rate until the end of the month. So, I mean, the master classes are at already at a very affordable rate, which is like they're normally $44, but I want to give all of my offerings are going to be at a discounted rate, except for personal training. That's the only thing that is not at a discounted rate. So 70% off for the first 2 weeks, and then 50% off until the 19th, actually, not the 15th, until the 19th, and then the 31st, my one-on-one mentorships will be at 50% rate. So for example, a 6-week mentorship program with me is usually $999. That's going to be for $299. It's unbelievable what I'm doing here for right now. So it's very short. It's a very special and rare opportunity. So if you want to get in, I highly recommend that you jump in and you pay attention. Have all my things on alert. Okay. Now that we're done with that, let's get into today's topic. So what I want to talk to you about today is what to do when you start to feel like you're going through an energetic shift. Because for me, like seriously, the past 5 years of my life has been a series of energetic shifts, but very much so, more so in the past few years, it's been a really big, like, or sometimes even subtle feeling that I'm going to be shifting into something new. I've gone through this so often that I know when it's coming. I know when something is coming. And it's not necessarily, for me, the way that I'm currently experiencing energetic shift, or at least the last one that I had, was very subtle. It was very subtle, and it was an area that I have been really working on, which is my career and who it is that I'm here to serve, because I have all these different passions not passions, but areas that I know that I can serve women in. And I was feeling a little bit pulled based on what the industry wants, the typical way that the industry wants you to be an expert in, or whatever. Anyways, so I felt that feeling it's a feeling almost like what an energetic shift would feel like to me. Like you have this feeling in your body that something's about to change. Like something's about to change. Like you're on that verge of a shift. And what that shift means, what this means to me is either you're going to be doing a timeline shift, you're going to elevate your frequency, like your vibration at the level that you hold it in. It is creating a new way, a new possibility for you that is going to be at your like more closer to your highest self expression. It is also just a different way that you hold yourself, that you carry yourself, that's really more energetic and not necessarily like a physical, tangible thing, right? So this is what I mean by an energetic shift. It's an energy, it's a frequency that you may not see it physically, but it's something that you feel, and it's a way that you embody embody yourself and what you're here to reach out into. So these energetic shifts will happen when you are doing work on yourself, when you are working towards something, and it's like you're finally reaching those last layers where it's like, boop, you've gone on to level like 2. Let's say you're at level 1 and now you're going into level 2, or you're at this timeline and now you're going into a higher timeline for yourself, right? So that's what I would describe what an energetic shift is, and what it feels like. It's just this feeling that there's something about to change, and you almost like there's a knowing that you need to slow down and listen. And this is where it's really important, if you're like, a self-motivated woman who has all these things that you got to do, you have this, you have that, but it's important to be able to notice this and say, I need to slow down. I need to slow down and I need to listen, because something good is about to happen. Some shift is about to happen. I'm going to know what to do after this. because it could also feel like you're in a little bit like of a confusion, or like you are in this undecisive place, like yeah, like almost like a confusion, like when you like if you see the images like on TV, or yeah, like they're about to morph, like if you were to slow down and like if they were going to be morphing into another object or to a different way of looking, right? Like, those sci-fi movies, if you were to slow that down, like in that middle transition, that is what this energetic shift is. It's like you're in this in between. It can feel a little confusing. It can feel a little bit like I feel like there's something that I need to change, is like the best way that I can describe it. So when this happens, I have 3 tips for you, which what this video is about, for you to be able to get to the other side and not delay this shift. Because even though this is available for you right now, you can slow down that process and make it longer for yourself. And I know that you don't want that. You don't want that process to be longer. You want that process to happen now. So the first thing you want to do is create more space for yourself. So check in with yourself and see, where is it that you need to take away distractions? So when this happened for me, I felt that I needed to take away like mindless scrolling on Instagram. For me, that's how it showed up. It's like, okay, let's stop mindlessly scrolling when you're feeling that time that you're like, okay, I feel like there's something that wants to come through. You're in that in between space of like, okay, I've just did whatever I needed to do online and I want to go eat lunch, but I'm just going to wait a little bit to eat lunch. Don't mindlessly scroll on Instagram, was what for me what it was like. It's like, don't start scrolling. Like, really take time to be in silence. Don't scroll on Instagram. Don't scroll on YouTube. Don't scroll on Facebook. Just be with yourself. Music was kind of also the thing where like I didn't really listen to music. It was almost like I needed to be in silence and to talk what I was feeling out loud, because that's what I like to do. And that's how I communicate with spirit. That's how I communicate with my highest self. That's how I communicate with my intuition. So for me, it was the social media, mindless scrolling, even watching TV as well in the evening, not during the day. Not too much, but like I just cut it down, because I can watch at least 2 hours. So I kind of stuck it more to like an hour and made sure I went to like last hour of the night I didn't watch it. Because that to me was a distraction. It was a distraction of when messages, my intuitive messages and messages from spirit, messages from my highest self, from the divine would want to come through. Right. So I would be deteriorating because I would be creating noise in my mind. I needed to take out the noise. So that's number 1. Where do you feel intuitively that you need to let go of distractions? What are they? It could be so many different things depending on where this energetic shift is happening and why. And you might find over time it's very consistent on the things that you need to eliminate distractions, or it may change depending on the season of your life. Okay, so that is number 1. Number 2, what did I write down for number 2? Let's get the good old notes out. Okay, number 2, what I did was to move my body whenever I felt like something wanted to come through, something wanted to land, like something was like when you feel like there's something at the verge of your tongue. This is what it feels like, but it feels like more like a message wants to come through, is to find a way to kind of move the energy. So I started to go on walks whenever I felt that there was a clarity that wanted to come through. It was like in this in between from the up in the ether into my brain. So I just started to walk. I went outside and I would walk. It didn't have to be a long time. It could be 10, 15 minutes. But the walking, as we know, on a physical level, it creates oxygen to your brain, like you're moving energy around. But at a physical level, it's like an energetic level, you're doing something to activate the energy to come through. Like you're physically moving the energy so the energy can coming through here, because even though you can't see it, it's still an energy, right? So energy is still something that needs to be moved through, and you can do that physically through your body because you're physically moving stuff down. And you can do this through so many different ways. The way I chose to do it was through walking outside in nature. You could, shake your body in your room. You could do some dancing in your room. You could go for a bike ride. You can go for whatever. Do some yoga movements, right? It really doesn't matter. But what matters is that once you start to feel something come through, you're like, what can you do besides just sitting there, right? And clogging the energy, right? Kind of like, it's like it wants to come through, but you're just sitting there, and you probably just need to move so that the energy can just come through. Could be some stretches. It could be so many different things. So ask yourself, what can I do during these times that something wants to come through? And every time I walked, it was like, boom, the clarity came through, just right around my neighborhood. Now, so those are the first two things. Number one, let go of distractions, check in with yourself. What do you need to, like, what distractions create a lot of noise in your mind where you can't receive messages? Two, what can you do when clarity starts to come through that wants to come through but you feel like it's stuck? What can you do to start physically moving that energy to receive the message? And then number three is, this is something else that I did too that was new, which was actually meditate and breathe in between times. So, okay, I wasn't mindlessly scrolling, right? I let go of that distraction. And okay, what do I do now? Let's say I didn't feel like a message wanting to come through, right? But I was in this space of like, I know that there's still messages wanting to come through, because you're in that in between stage of like that morphosis stage, right? So I started to meditate, just not even anything wild. It was just like, I'm gonna put some binaural beats on and I'm just gonna breathe. And I could say affirmations like, I'm ready and willing to receive the messages that are coming for me. I am open and ready to receive all the messages that are meant for me. I am open. And when I did this, I remember I really felt like that's what I was supposed to be doing. It really felt like taking my energy and placing it to me, giving my body, my mind, my soul space to receive, instead of, calling a friend because I'm bored or whatever. It was like this time of being within myself. And what I actually did feel was that this shift happened like within 3 days. This one specifically happened pretty fast, and I moved that energy through. I also was previous to this, I was doing some mentorship that had some really amazing prompts to ask. And that was what guided me to have this shift. It's what guided me to say, okay, there's something else here. There's a shift happening here. So that felt, not that felt. Yeah. So after the shift happened, it was like all these breakthroughs came in. So for me, that breakthrough was to be able to expand and hold more, to be able to open and hold more, because there's something that actually happened before this shift that was like a insight for myself in what I was moving into. Because normally when I feel these shifts, I would just shut out myself from out the world. I'd be like, okay, I'm taking like a 4-day detox off of social media or something like that, and just completely go too far inward. But I didn't do that. I said, okay, I need to be able to continue to run my business and be in this place at the same time. I need to be able to keep showing up online, keep showing up for my clients, obviously, keep showing up for my business, right? Because my business is me. And I need to be able to do my things for myself that are going to help me through this shift. And being able to combine these two together, holding it all, which is what I'm here to help women with, I needed to embody that myself. And that was what this breakthrough was about. Being able, this energetic shift, being able to do both at the same time. Because for me, what I've noticed for myself and what this whole shift was about was that I would become too focused, right? You know, when you're too focused on one thing, where all your attention is on one, like that's how I was with my relationship with my ex-fiance, where it was all about him. I didn't make space for anything, and it was not healthy. So I was able to learn to expand and hold more in relationship once the love of my life came in. Then it was career, where everything got so narrow for me, right? And then one time before that, it was like fitness. So this time it was like, okay, Jess, my soul, the universe said, how can you hold more? That was with my personal energetic shift was about. So keep in mind that whatever happens before may be a little insight of what's going to happen afterwards. And afterwards, I felt like, yes, I'm here to expand and hold more, which means I have to also let go of control. I also have to let go of my mind being so consumed with my business. Like I need to let go even more. And because I've let go so much already, right? It's like, how can I harmonize my masculine and feminine energy? Because being too hyper focused on something, then you are pushing, you're overexerting your masculine energy, and you're going to wear that masculine out. And we don't want that, because then your soldier, your king is not strong. And it's behaving not like a king, it's behaving like a warrior who's out to battle all the time. We don't want that. We don't want that. You want to be the king of your life, your inner king. So when you do these things, keep this in mind so that you can, the next time that you feel something is going to come through, you don't have to be a hermit to find that breakthrough, because most of us can't do that in the world, right? Most of us have lives to run, have children to feed. We can't just say, peace out, world. Sorry, children, fend for yourself, you know? Maybe if they're old enough, but you get what I'm saying. We can't just abandon our life. So how can we hold both? So that is what today's video is about. So 3 things that you can do in the energetic shift: create space for yourself, release distractions. Number 2, move your energy. Once you feel like that thought, like that something wants to come through, that clarity wants to come through, move your body. Number 3, in your lull time, meditate, breathe, just be present with yourself. And then the bonus tip that I guess just came through was balance it out with your life. Show up for your life, and then show up for yourself a little bit deeper in a more concentrated way for yourself, right? Versus leaking your energy out. That's really what this energetic shift is requiring you, is to not be leaky, to really be here, right? If you think about someone who's going through a metamorphosis, like in the movies, right, where they're shifting from one thing to another, could you imagine if their energy was leaking everywhere? Like they would come out in several pieces. They wouldn't come out whole. So that's what we want, is the time and space, you're releasing all the leaky energy, and you're very concentrated for yourself so that you smoothly transition to the other side. You don't make it longer, and you don't make it like just piece by piece here. And that's going to look very different for every single one of you. And that's beautiful. And especially the different seasons in your life, but just remember to slow down. That's the biggest thing that we have happening right now. When this is going on, slow down and go inward. Okay, so that completes today's video. Remember, I have the October specials. I'm going to have a PDF linked below with everything that you have that I have offering, and you will have time to think about it, to join my master classes, feel if this is if what I have to offer is for you. Remember, you got those two, we have 44 chances today for 48 hours, or not today, this month, 4 chances this month for 48 hours to jump into one of my master classes for free. And they are all a masterpiece. They are all so good. Like, they are all going to give you the breakthrough and the clarity that you're seeking. And you're gonna land with some codes that you're like, oh, yes, I needed this. I needed this for my personal power. I needed this to, to how to handle difficult times in my life, in my relationship, or in this man that I love so much, but man, it's tough. Or how can I open myself to love? Like, how can I move into feeling safe to receive love from a man? And how can I reignite the love in my relationship that we're bored? Like, you're just gonna have in all of these subjects in your body, like, how can I approach my body and my goals where it's not going to be just this like hardcore energy that I'm so tired of doing and always regaining the way back, right? So I'm really excited for you to have the opportunity to join for free. It's my gift for you for this month. And then even more of a gift when I can offer you my services for a very reduced rate for this month, because it's my birthday. I can't wait for my birthday on the 28th. Still planning all the details with my love about what we're gonna do. So anyways, that's it for today, and I hope to see you on the next one, and hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And message me if you have any questions. Let's connect on Instagram and Facebook, and you can join my email list down below so that you don't miss any one of these offerings. Okay, love you. Mwah. Bye.